What's up, guys? Welcome to another bonus edition on this wonderful Friday. You made it through the end of the week. I'm proud of you. Are you proud of yourself? Because you should be. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Let's go through the news to see what's going on. Donald Trump threatens to fire FBI boss Chris Warway for talking about Russia. Great. And Antifa. If you don't think Antifa is an organization, you're just dumb. They all dress the same. They all dress in punk rock band attire they look like a team. So if that's not a dead giveaway, I don't know what is. Donald Trump claims he's the best. I'm the best thing that's ever happened to Puerto Rico. I'm releasing $13 billion from the Hurricane Maria aid. Okay. They don't even pay taxes, so great. They should be very thankful. Right? I'm pretty sure they don't pay taxes. That's the whole reason a lot of rich people move there, because they don't want to pay tax, and that's the whole reason they don't vote, because they don't pay taxes, not because it's a race thing. I've seen things where people are like, it's so racist that we don't allow Puerto Rico to vote. I'm like, yeah, no representation without taxation. You know what I'm saying? What else is going on? Anything fun? Oh, the 70 star guy is on trial for his rape charges, but the Scientology is coming to his support. Congrats on that. Oh, and I'm drinking a wonderful bourbon today in my new cup, and it's so far so good. I'm enjoying it. It's another Costco bourbon. God, you guys are so judgmental. I get it. All right, let's get into your questions. I got a lot of questions this week. I'm pretty excited. Do you think BTS is good? No. I'm just kidding. I don't care about K-pop. It's not my thing. I'm too old to even think it's cool or enjoy it. I've listened to it a couple of times and I'm like, oh, okay, this is great, but I'm not that young where I'm like, oh, K-pop is the best, bro. Have you listened to the new BTS album? It's insane. They're just boy bands with a little bit more electronic and dance moves. Do they even really sing? I don't know. I don't trust it. What do you miss most about Chicago / Evanston? I used to live in Chicago, for those who don't know. I miss walking to places to get like coffee or just walk to a nice restaurant. I especially miss that about downtown Chicago, and it was fun, and taking the L everywhere. That was great, except for at night when I would be scared and feel like I was going to get beat up. And there was a few instances where I wondered if this was the end. Yeah, maybe one day I'll talk more about stories about that, where I just, people running in and out of cars and watching people get beat up on the red line, especially. The red line is crazy. The red and the blue line, that junk is crazy. Okay. Favorite thing to do in Colorado? I live in Colorado, for those who don't know. Favorite thing to do? Snowboarding. I love snowboarding. Do you like skiing? Are you a skier? Do you ski in your area? I feel like if you don't live near mountains and you don't grow up doing it, you will never do it. This question. Why did the Democrats get away with pandering to minorities? Whoa. I think that's a very obvious answer. I mean, I remember last election cycle with Donald Trump, got a bunch of like Chipotle or just Mexican food during Mexican Heritage Month and put it around him, and people were like, oh my gosh, look at him just pandering. It's so racist. Donald Trump is the most racist president ever, blah, 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 blah. And then Joe Biden comes out with Despacito, which you should look up the meaning to those lyrics and be like, maybe not the best choice for you. But they get away with it because the media is on their side. It's the most obvious answer ever because, did you watch the town hall with Joe Biden? I watched it. I put myself through that. I'm thinking about doing some reaction videos while I watch it live. Maybe is that something you'd be interested in? My bonus question people, my bonus episode people, would you be interested? Because I want to do more like interactive stuff, or I maybe even go live on my YouTube channel and Instagram where I'm watching I definitely want to have an election party and party, because this is going to be a rough ride. And watch online and watch it live and maybe do some reaction stuff, stuff like that. So if you're interested in some reaction videos, and it will clearly be biased, because just like this, my bonus episodes are very biased. It's me telling you my thoughts on things. It's, as always, I try to make the news as unbiased as possible so anyone can enjoy it. And my biasness comes out during the bonus episodes. And if I do extra videos, it'll be obvious. I can't be unbiased for longer than a minute, or else it just comes out. It's starting to slip a little bit. I'm starting to get a little bored of not making comments here and there for just ridiculous stuff. So the Democrats get away with it because the media is on their side. I don't even care. I just feel like the thing Joe Biden did, I don't care, because I understand that when you are meeting someone new or you're trying to relate with somebody, you try to find similarities with that person in order to make a connection. So if I was to meet somebody of a different culture than me and I knew something about their culture, I might talk about that first. And you can't, in this society, they would just jump and say that's racist, but I see it as something that you maybe think, oh, I like this about their culture. I wonder if they like that. And then we have a common ground in order to establish a relationship, and then we can go deeper, because not everyone is not, it's just hard to meet people and be friends with people from different cultures if you don't know anything about that culture or don't anything. I don't know. We're so hypersensitive of race things, and I just want to fight back against that because I think it's so stupid, and I hate it. And I don't jump down that leftist mentality where it's just like America's the most racist country. We're not, and you should probably travel outside of the United States to figure out that answer, and maybe read some history other than American history to figure that out. Maybe you should stop being so American centrist. I don't know. Okay, thoughts on the UAE deal. I thought that deal was monumental and incredible, and for a good enough reason for Trump to be nominated for a peace prize, for a Nobel Peace Prize. I do think that peace prize is stupid. Ergo, Obama receiving it for no reason. I mean, even him himself said that I don't deserve this, because he didn't deserve it. And then I forget, some other guy got it. That was a military guy that killed a bunch of people. I'm blanking, but I thought that deal was incredible, and I think it's great because I think Israel is for peace and wants peace in the region because it's beneficial for all of them. To think that just continuing war, even though in the Quran in certain sections it says that they should be at war to kill the infidels and stuff like that. I just see.
I don't know what you mean by.
Thank you, Siri. Shut your mouth. God. I just see that as a huge deal. And the UAE deal was huge. And I saw Nancy Pelosi talking about how this is like a smokescreen, or just trying to get away from what's going on with COVID. And I'm like, what? Are you dumb? There's some people in this world that when Trump does something great, they cannot lay down how much they hate him in order for them to see how great what he did. Those people, I struggle to even engage in conversation with people like that, because they're just so angry and full of hatred, and that they can't have a conversation. We should continue to fight for having conversation with people that are different than us, that view different things than us, because that's the only way we'll progress and not lead to civil war, which, God. I don't know about you, but this election scares me. And I think that some of the riots and stuff might have been a precursor for what was to happen. But to think that if Biden gets elected, that people will stop being crazy, I think it'll just get ramped up in a certain different way, because then more people will just allow it. And when they get arrested, they'll just be released. And then the police will stop arresting them. And then they'll be like, well, where's the police? And you're like, because you don't have their back. Okay. Favorite animals and why? I love these kind of questions. I'm all over the place. Favorite animal is dogs. Dog's man best friend. Let's go. I love my dog. I got a husky. I just took her on a hike. Gave her a bath because she deserved it. She works so hard. She hates baths, but whatever. Got to blow her out. And I love dogs. I think dogs, because dogs are the most fun. But, okay, so let's switch it a little bit. Zoo animals? I love big cats in the zoo. When I used to live in Chicago, I used to run to the Lincoln Park Zoo because it was free. So cool. I could just walk in for 5 minutes if I wanted to, which I loved because I love animals. So I would run to like the big cat exhibit and just sit on the bench and take like a break and watch the cat just like go back and forth. And then sometimes I would catch him eating a meal, and it was, I don't know, so cool. That is just so powerful. Yeah, tigers especially. I love tigers. How many pillows do you sleep with? One. I'm a one pillow kind of guy. Okay. I sleep with one pillow. Okay. Just one. It's the best fantastic pillow. It's the best pillow I've ever had. You should try it. It's not the My Pillow guy. It's the Donald Trump pillow special. It's fantastic. I don't know if that was my best one, but one pillow. I sleep on my back. How do you guys sleep? I know some people are side sleepers and stomach sleepers. I just sleep on my back because I'm ready to go at any time. I don't know. Okay, that could have been taken weird. Okay, are you a clean or a messy person? I am a very messy person because everyone knows geniuses are the most messy people. I like to think that I'm clean, but I'm clean in certain areas and like just messy. Like my desk is disgusting. If you were type A and you're a clean freak, you would probably want to throw up. Okay. Will you ever host a podcast more freestyle type than not just the news? Like I said, I kind of want to take this podcast and make it more fun and interactive. Like I thought about getting a Donald Trump mask and doing Donald Trump reaction videos of him watching videos of like himself or the news and be like, okay, look at this, Chris Cuomo. You don't know nothing, okay? I don't know. And I definitely want to do more stuff with the election coming up. I want to do reaction videos and going through some of the questions and talking points because I enjoy that stuff. I love public speaking and I love just the political junk that comes from these questions and just the way it's handled. Like again, I watched both town halls. Trump's town hall was decent. The people that stood up and asked questions are like undecided voters. Yeah, right. Or I voted for you last time. No, I'm not going to. I don't believe any of these people. I think it's all a lie. You can kind of tell based on the question. I mean, there was a couple of times that people would stand up and ask Trump questions, and then you could just tell they hated him. And there was this one girl who stood up and said something about how COVID affects minorities, much more severe. So why do you hate the minorities? It was just some kind of stupid question like that. And she was like so mad when he started talking that she was like ready to sit down, and you could see her rolling her eyes, and it was just the most unprofessional thing ever. And then you saw George Stephanopoulos, who worked for the Clintons, loved the Clintons, professed that he cried with Hillary Clinton when she lost, blah, blah, blah. It was being unbiased in his questions and was asking Donald Trump questions. And then he was arguing with Trump on some questions, or just like trying to like twist his words, or like ask him questions like, so like, does your mom know you're stupid? Like questions like that are just so stupid that make no sense, that are just gotcha questions, and you could just are so biased. It's unbelievable. And then the questions Donald Trump were just absolutely ridiculous. Like, what was one? Oh, a diabetic guy stood up and said, why do you not take COVID so seriously? Why do you not care about vulnerable people like me? Like, give me a break. That's a question. You have a chance to ask the future next president of the United States and the president now, and you're going to ask a dumb question like that. These are handwritten questions, and these are written by people that hate him. These aren't real voters who are trying to decide if they like him or not. That is such a lie. There is no way. If you haven't watched that interview and you don't believe me or agree with me, you should watch that interview with and try to change your eyes, because I was watching that interview just like, there's no way they'll treat Joe Biden like this, and they didn't. And of course, he didn't even go on ABC. He went on CNN, his best friends. That's like Donald Trump only going on Fox and Friends and Sean Hannity. So he went on CNN, and he was like Joe Biden a couple of times was trying to answer a question, and Anderson Cooper like helped him answer the question a few times, and he was like, well, yeah, you mean like Bill Barr and stuff like that? And Biden was like, oh yeah, that's what I do mean. And then the questions were like, oh, so Donald Trump really did a bad job with the coronavirus. What do you think he did? Just how do you feel? Like, just dumb question. I mean, there was one question about him. He was asked a real question, and it seemed like legit, about how he's going to help the farmers based on what they've done to China's done to them. And his answer made no sense. And somebody who has a brain might go, I'm not sure what you mean by that, Joe. Can you talk about that a little bit more? Because it doesn't really make sense of what you're saying. But they just roll with it. And there was never a moment where Anderson Cooper was arguing with Joe Biden when he just kind of lied about something or fibbed about something and then talked about something. And I just wish the media was biased, but they just lie so much, and it's ramping up so much during this election cycle. It's hard for me even to use many of them as sources for actual news, because I wonder if it's actually truth or not. And it's starting to wear me down just based on that. So maybe I'll do more reaction videos. I've thought about like having like a night where I let you guys choose what channel I watch, and I just like, I don't know, like a torture session where I just like rip on them the whole time I'm watching them. And like, you can choose like, do I watch Fox News? Do I watch MSNBC? Do I watch CNN? Do I watch, oh my gosh, do I watch Young Turks? Please don't ask me to do that. God, I would throw up. Yeah, I thought about doing stuff like that with live reaction videos. I think that would be really fun to engage with you guys. I want to get more times of engaging with you, because I do like being silly and crazy, but and I think the 1 minute news kind of like compresses me a little bit more. So I thought about doing more stuff, but I'm also getting my master's right now, also working full time, and I'm exhausted. So bear with me, people, as I grow this platform. Guys, continue to share, continue to tell people about the 1 minute news, because I honestly appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. My bonus episode people, I feel like you guys are the real. If you're still listening, especially, I just appreciate you, and I thank you, because sometimes I wonder, like, is anybody listening? Is anybody out there? Like, sometimes I feel alone doing this, and I'm just like, am I just wasting my time? Trying to build something for funsies. It's also me like that. Am I just wasting my time, or is this something that you guys feel like is a need? And I also enjoy it, but I don't want to just like put all this work in for like one person. I don't know. Maybe you can resonate with that. But I do appreciate you, and I tip my hat to you, and I tip my drink to you. Have a little drinky poo. Thank you guys for listening to 1 minute news. I'm going to keep doing it as much as possible. Feel free to write to me and give me suggestions. If you want to come on the show and be interviewed, great. If you want to be like, hey, I think it'd be really cool if you did a reaction video to the Joe Biden town hall. I thought about that, but time is starting to pass a little bit. Maybe the next one. Yeah, because I think a lot of people don't watch those because they see it a waste of time, but I think we need to watch it, because then we know how our candidate react. And goodness gracious, wouldn't it be amazing if Joe Rogan hosted a podcast with Donald Trump and Joe Biden for 4 hours in a room alone with no help? That would make me so happy. I think it's coming to that, though. I think the media is realizing that no one watches them anymore and no one cares, and just realizes how manipulative and just rude and lies, and they're all about their agenda, and you could just see whatever buzzword of the day that was passed down by the Democratic convention or the Republican convention. It's like they say this word like 100 times throughout the day, so you kind of hear it in your head, and that's why all candidates kind of throw up the same words each other. Yeah, I think it's important to know your candidate well and not just vote based on the fact that you hate somebody else, because I think that's silly. So I'm going to start doing this. This is the portion of my show where I just laugh at the far leftists. And I'm sorry if you are one of them. I don't think you are, because you probably don't listen to the show. Though some of you do like to troll me because you hate when I spit facts. And I'm not talking about classical liberals, and I'm not talking about liberals. I'm talking about far leftists who are just insane. I have a lot of friends that are on that, and they post these things on Facebook that just crack me up. And let's just go through some of the new posts. This just came out 7 minutes ago. Trumpsters and white supremacists are setting up illegal roadblocks along the roads of Oregon. The gangs are stopping anyone who looks suspicious and doesn't look like they belong, which means anyone non-white, Latino, Black, or Native. Finally, the police are starting to... Oh my gosh. That's no way this is true. Hey, you don't look like you belong. I mean... Some of the stuff is so cartoonishly evil and just like something out of like a Harry Potter novel or like a book. Just absolutely ridiculous. I love my friends. It's called the Other 98%. You should follow it. Where's another? Let's look for another. Oh, this is one. Fascism here. Trump patriotic education makes Hitler youth trend. Oh my God. I mean, there's real people out here who actually believe Trump is the same as Hitler. Like, I can't take you seriously as a human being and as an adult if you actually believe that. Or maybe you should actually, yeah. It's like Hitler Youth. Oh, they got a picture of Trump doing the Hitler sign. God, this is so stupid. That's my end of my segment for 98%. I appreciate you guys. That's the new news for me. I'm never going to use them as a source, but it makes me laugh. I hope you guys have a fantastic Friday. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a great weekend. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow morning for another edition of the 1 Minute News.